Hey, what's up, guys? Millermassacre 19 here. I see a lot of people struggling on UFC 4, and there's not a lot of tutorials or tip videos, so I figured I'd make one. You're probably thinking, who is this guy? I'm not the best player, but I did get to Division 18 and ranked, so I think I can help with different things. Okay, so I'm going to do 10 tips this video. Here's the first tip, don't headhunt. When I go online, I see a lot of people headhunting and never going to the body. That's not good because then you're only going for the head, and when you do that, your opponent will slip and counter. Then you're in trouble. So try not to headhunt. Mix up your head and body strikes. Try to mix them up as much as possible and keep your opponent guessing. The second tip is try not to spam anything like hooks, spinning body kicks, shit like that, because if your opponent circles and you miss a spinning body kick, you're going to pay. So try to mix it up when you throw them. Spamming isn't good with any move because you'll get countered. For example, if you spam hooks, I'll slip and counter. So what I'm saying is don't spam anything. It doesn't work on everyone. It works on some people, but not everyone. The third tip is don't throw kicks in punching range or punches in kick range. I sometimes throw kicks in punching range. It's a bad habit, but I'm telling you about it so you don't do it. I promise if you throw a kick in punching range, you'll get hooked or straighted into oblivion, so don't do it. I know from experience it's tempting, but don't do it because your ass will get torn up for doing punches in kick range or vice versa. The fourth tip is don't throw obvious head kicks. You'll get smoked. Believe it or not, I see this happen a lot. People will back up and throw a head kick real obviously, miss and get overhanded, and no one wants that to happen. So throw the head kick sparingly. And if you do throw one, try to throw front kicks and not so many roundhouse kicks because in my opinion, roundhouse kicks are way easier to counter. So try to avoid throwing them as much as possible. The fifth tip is for escaping submissions. I see a lot of people panicking and squirming when they get put in a submission. If you do that, you will almost always get submitted. So if you get caught in a submission, stay calm and don't move the cursor fast. Stay calm and move it in patterns at a normal pace so the bar doesn't get too big and hopefully you'll escape. Sixth tip is conserve stamina. Don't come out winging punches. If you do that, most of the time your opponent will slip your punches and make you pay, or they'll just make you miss and you'll tire yourself out. And when you're tired, you're fucked. You're basically on borrowed time before you get submitted or KO'd. So if you don't want to get to that point, throw smart and don't wing punches. The seventh tip is protect your body. I see a lot of people not blocking their body. Your body is just as important as your head. If you keep getting hit in the body, your stamina will drop really fucking quick. Now, I know it's important to protect your head, but to really get good at the game, you need to protect both body and head because they are both equally as important. So keep your hands up and protect both your body and your head, and you will notice you'll have more stamina and health, and you'll probably get a lot further. The eighth tip is don't go to the ground if you don't plan on doing anything with it or you don't know how to do anything on the ground. Because if you go to the ground and you have no clue what you're doing, you can get ground and pounded or even worse, submitted. So I would recommend learning about the ground, like how to deny transitions and what transitions your fighters has, stuff like that. Because if you don't know stuff like that, most of the time you're going to get smoked on the floor. The ninth tip is don't pick five-star fighters all the time just because they're five stars. They have weaknesses too, just like everyone else. I would recommend trying everyone out to see who fits your play style. For example, if you like boxing, I would recommend Ali Quinta or Nick Diaz. If you like grappling, try GSP. If you like jiu-jitsu, pick Nate Diaz. You don't have to pick these people, but what I'm saying is don't pick five stars just because they're five stars. They have strengths and weaknesses just like everyone else, so find someone who fits your play style. The last tip is know what your fighter is good at and what they're not good at. For example, don't pick Ben Askren and expect to box. He's a wrestler. And don't pick Connor and expect to wrestle unless you're very confident that you're good enough to fight with your fighter's weaknesses. But if you're not and you want to play them to the best of their ability and the best of your ability, play to your fighter's strengths and try to stick to that to maximize your chances of winning. Okay, guys, those were my tips to help people get better at UFC 4. I notice a lot of people doing stuff like making real simple mistakes that cost them the match, and if they were corrected, they would become a lot better than before. So hopefully these tips help. I know this game can be complicated and really disheartening when you lose, but don't let it beat you down. Keep playing and fixing your mistakes and learning from them. No one gets good at anything overnight. Anyways, have a good day, guys. This has been Millermassacre 19. Shake and bake.